Oh man, I don't even know how to start off with this video. I'm not even gonna lie, my mind is just like everywhere right now, but I'm gonna try. What's going on, everybody? It's Alpacino, and yes, the title is finally know what content I want to do for YouTube. Over the years of just making YouTube videos and things like that, I've been everywhere, going from let's plays, doing playthroughs, doing Sunday side quests, all of those things, including streams as well, and just playing random games. It's even to the point where I started doing article reads, and although I do enjoy learning about the game industry and what's going on in the game industry, it just isn't fun. Just got to be honest. When I thought I was literally going to give up of doing YouTube content, because I was like, you know what, screw it, I'm just not going to do YouTube content. I'm just going to stream and that's it. But then I realized streaming is just not as fun unless you have YouTube to follow it, I guess you would say. I went back through my channel and looked at most of my videos. Mainly, I looked at XDefiant. And the reason why is because I remember telling myself I was going to make XDefiant videos, which I did. Made about 22 videos here on the channel. 22 videos. And I like seeing the buildup, the structure of how everything was. Where I was just basically ripping recordings off of, you know, my streams. But then on top of that, I was like, you know what, let me do something better. Let me try doing offline recordings. And I even said it too. And it was actually eye-opening, where I was like, I was more happy when I was making the video, recording it, just talking about anything and everything while playing the game. If you guys probably know the style of that is Jev and Noisy Butters. There's probably other creators out there that do the same thing, but those two are my inspiration. The reason why I was doing YouTube, the reason why I wanted to start YouTube. So I feel like it is best for me mentally and for the channel to go back to that. What does that mean with the article reads of the gaming industry? I'm gonna be honest, it's going away. And the reason why is because I'm happy to say that Battlefield 6 is coming out very soon. It releases in October, but there is a early access beta that is on the 7th, which is this Thursday. And then they have the open beta on the weekend and then the following weekend. So that is multiple days to do YouTube videos, to even do streams and things like that. For the stream side, I'll get into that later on. So why did I choose Battlefield 6? It all started because Battlefield 3, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield Bad Company 1, Battlefield 4, all these games, I loved playing Battlefield. Like, honestly, in my family and between my friends, I am a Battlefield player. I love playing Battlefield more than playing Call of Duty. I tried Call of Duty. I had some good moments in Call of Duty. I had streams playing Call of Duty. You guys have seen most of them. But the downside to it is I just wasn't really feeling it to make content off of it. And with Battlefield, it just gives you more of a creative, more creativity, I guess you would say, to Battlefield compared to Call of Duty, if that makes sense. Probably not, but I'll explain. With Call of Duty, it mainly feels like you can just do high kill games, probably do some things that are in different modes in Call of Duty, like, you know, prop hunt, things like that. But with Battlefield, it feels, even though it is, you know, capturing objectives or blowing up points or destroying buildings, anything of that nature, it feels more sandbox-ish. Like, I remember playing a game, Conquest, in Battlefield 4, excuse me. And what happened was, I remember a few buddies of mine would put C4 on a log and we'd aim the log. We'd actually cut the tree down and there'd be like this big old log about this big. And we'd angle it so it's facing at a helicopter. And we put C4 on one end of it. When we see an enemy get in the helicopter and about to take off, we see the rotor spin, we all detonate our C4 and watch the log fly and hit the helicopter and just blow them up. We don't get the kill for it. It just says that, you know, they had like a misadventure or they were killed by something unknown, which was pretty funny. They were killed by a log. So that is stuff that I love doing. I love, you know, putting C4 at the underneath a jet ski on Siege of Shanghai, detonating and watch the jet ski go from the water all the way up to the skyscraper. And we capture the point, which is funny. Hovering over objective points or over flags in Conquest using a helicopter, or trying to do it in a jet. It's pretty hard, but it's really fun. It's just so much creativity when it comes to that game alone. Now, I'm not saying that Call of Duty isn't creative, but for me personally, I feel like there's more fun and creativity in Battlefield compared to Call of Duty in my own mindset. So over the years, you know, those games being out and everything, I wasn't able to make content on it because at the time I was a teenager and I didn't have a job to pay for a computer to do edits, to just even upload. or even record the videos. But now I'm at the point where I have one. I have a good setup that I've been, building over the years. I finally have the chance to put use to that. So from here on out, I'm going to be doing Battlefield 6 content, and I'm going back to the way of how I did with XDefiant, doing videos, talking about anything and everything while playing the game. And who knows, maybe there'll be some times in the game where, I'll have a great teammate and they're talking in game and I'm talking in game and we're all just having a great time or having a terrible time. But I just miss doing those videos because it's just videos like this, where sadly is the end of XDefiant. The way how I did this video, it was just simple, me just talking about anything and everything. You see some cuts here and there where I am just, getting some kills, things like that. It felt natural. It felt like it flowed well in my sense when it came to making these videos. So what's going to happen with the main channel, which is just strictly Battlefield, is going to be the gameplay, offline content, reviews, any patch notes, any special events, Battlefield related. Now, I left out live streams. What am I going to do with live streams? Well, here's the thing. For a while, I had a second channel. It's called Alphachino GTV. This was going to be, just a channel for like random things from Twitch that I did, like, reviewing, I don't know, food or something like that. And I was just gonna take the recording of that and just throw it on YouTube, things like that. But I think what I'm going to do with this channel is this is going to be my live stream channel. So I'm going to have to move things around, especially on OBS. And basically when I go live, I'm not going live on the Alphachino channel. I'm going live on my secondary channel. Now, the Alphachino GTV, I feel like I'm going to change the name. I'm not entirely sure what it is yet, but I will make sure to keep the picture to what it is now. If I do not, actually, no, I take that back. Later on in the year or probably next year, I might change the picture. It's just so people can get used to seeing this channel when it goes live. Now, on top of that, I will also be posting content on here as well. Mainly it's going to be like miscellaneous things, like going to an event, vlogging, things like that. So just to give an overview of everything, the main channel is being redone. All these videos, they're still going to stay here because it's just history. But what I'm going to be doing from here on out is Battlefield 6. So we're going to be doing that. And then Alphachino GTV, or whatever name is going to be later on in the future. Still haven't decided. It is going to be the live streams and it's going to be vlogs. And this is like when I go out to like an event, like for instance, this year I'm going to TwitchCon. So I'm going to make sure to bring either a camera, my phone, and do like a little vlog and things like that. It'll be the first time I ever do a vlog, and it's going to be hard because I'm very antisocial and I get nervous around like, having people in camera because I feel like they don't want to be in camera, things like that. So going back to the old style of everything, if there's something like just critically important, like especially stuff that's going on like the internet, how they're doing this whole verification things, I will address it while playing Battlefield. It just may not be a whole video. It just may be like a small little segment saying, hey, I saw this on Twitter today that they're doing the real ID for Facebook or something. I don't know. Things like that. I can put those little tidbits in a video. There's no worries. The thing is, it's just not going to be a whole video itself. Now, any new games that come out, I don't know. I don't know if any new games, if I'm going to do a recording of it and then post it on my second channel, because I'm not going to post it on the main channel. I'm going to probably post it on the second channel. I have no idea. That might be the miscellaneous there. It might be like alpha plays or something. Not entirely sure. So, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for now, everything that you see here on this channel right now, it's going to stay, but there's going to be Battlefield now. And from here on out, it will be Battlefield. I tried to do it with XDefiant. I wish XDefiant was still here. I would have been doing it with XDefiant and also doing it with Battlefield. It would be going back and forth. But unfortunately, XDefiant sadly ended. And yeah. So now is Battlefield, and I'm actually excited. So the first video that's like Battlefield content wise, I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be tomorrow or the day after, but hopefully it's going to be before the 7th, which is the early access beta, because I'm going to be doing a recording for the early access beta of first time playing it. Now, last thing I will say is this. If you guys do have any questions on my live stream, you guys can go ahead to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Alphachino, or you can ask me in the comments. I try to read all the comments. I try to answer all the comments. And basically, if you have any questions about Battlefield, my experience of QA testing with them for a year, or just, my experience in the game industry, let me know. I'm very welcome and happy of, answering those questions within reason. Okay. So that's all I got for the video. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. And yep, it's Alphachino. See you guys next time. Have a good one. Peace.